Hi, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Studio. My name is Yolanda Cadet. I am your host for Let's Talk Studio. I hope you guys have had a great day. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, because as you know, Thanksgiving is coming up on Thursday. And we at Let's Talk Studio wanted to wish you and your family a happy, healthy Thanksgiving. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And tonight, like we always do, you know that you are welcome to post your comment, ask your questions, and everything in between. So thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, our topic is going to be impactful decision. To stay or to leave, you cannot have it both ways. So, with that, let's get started. Do you know that you can be with someone physically and not be with them emotionally? Yes, it is very much possible that you could be with someone physically, but you're not with them emotionally. How is it possible that you could be with someone physically and not be with them emotionally? It's very simple. You are emotionally detached from this person. You don't really have anything in common, so to speak, with this person anymore. Whatever it is that attracted you to this person no longer attracts you. You and this person are living in two different atmospheres. You make decisions without consulting that person. It's as if you are single. It's as if you are single, but physically you're there. Physically you're in the house. Physically you paying bill. You might even engage in sexual activities with them, because then it becomes a routine, and that routine is like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna whatever, and but you're not invested emotionally in this person. You don't really care for this person. You don't really know how this person feels, nor do you care about that person feeling, to be exact. But you just there. Your body is physically there, but emotionally, you are somewhere totally different. When you're with this person, you're not paying attention. When you're with this person, you are in a faraway place. And sometimes you might even go into your own imagination and think that this person is not even in the room with you or even talking to you. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's good, because then you you get into a position where if the person is saying something that you don't want to be disrespectful, then you say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to detach myself from this conversation. I am here physically, but emotionally, I'm not here. So I'm not hearing your insults. I'm not hearing anything you say to me. At the same time, that's bad, because your silence equals complacency. And when you are complacent with something, it's almost as if you agree with it. You stay silent because you're so emotionally distant from this person. You stay silent because you really could care less what this person think, what their opinion is, what their opinion is not. You really could care less, because it really doesn't matter to you. This person is in their world, you're in your world, and therefore we don't need to have any other conversation. A relationship that is built that way is leading you to go outside of the relationship, to to explore or engage in risky behavior that you and this person is trusting each other not to engage in. And a lot of times when we engage in those risky behavior, then we take it too far. We take it too far, because since you're not emotionally invested with this person, then anything goes. Anything goes, and anything goes could be where you're putting yourself at risk for a disease, or you're putting yourself at risk because this is new, this is exciting, and this person is better than what I have physically, but emotionally I'm not there. Also, you can be with someone emotionally and not be there physically. Yes, it is very, very possible that you can be with someone emotionally, but you're not there physically. Because again, you It's almost like you transcend to another place. Like when you with this person, it's like the person constantly have to go, hey, hey, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. And you're like, oh yeah, 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 what are you saying? Again, that's not a good idea. Because if you're in a relationship where you're not there emotionally or you're not there physically, then why are you there? Where is this relationship going? Where is this relationship progressing to? Are we just there because we just want to be friends? Or are we there because I'm helping you, helping me with a place to stay, because I'm kicking in half the rent and I just don't want to move? Or are you there because you're afraid? You're afraid to step out of that relationship and go for what it is that you want, what it is that you need? Or are you just saying, you know what, this person and I are not even meant to be in the same sphere together, but they meet a need for me. And since they meet that need for me, I'm just going to stay here until I get something better. The problem is when something better comes along, you might still be afraid to step out and say, you know what, this is not meeting my needs. It's okay to love and not love. You don't, love is not something that you force. Love is something that comes naturally. And if somebody tells you that you have to be forced to love them, or that you have to tolerate things that are intolerable to you because of love, that's not love. Love is not something that comes by force. Love is easy when it is with the right person. Love is caring when it's with the right person. Love is security when it comes with when if it's giving with the right person. Now understand this. Sometimes we think that love is enough for a relationship. Unfortunately, it isn't. Love is part of a relationship. Love cannot sustain a relationship if you are not emotionally invested into the relationship. And I know that you're thinking, well, how could I love somebody and but that's not enough? It's not enough because loving that person requires you to make certain sacrifices for that person and also engage with that person at a different level. And if you're not emotionally invested in that person, some of these sacrifices you're going to think twice about. You're not going to want to do them. You're going to want to do them with force, and you're going to want to do them with the expectation that if I do this, then the person has to do that for me. And sometimes people do not do that for you because they don't see it. It's not their fault. They just don't see it because they're thinking that since you are in a relationship with them, that it's expected. It should be. But you're not emotionally invested into it. And physically, if you're not with someone physically, the slightest little thing the person does could turn into something so huge and big where you and this person are constantly arguing. But you're not arguing about anything substantial. You're arguing about little frivolous things, things that really shouldn't even matter. But since you're not physically there, the person feels like they're by themselves even though you're with them. And that is the worst feeling in the world. For you to be with someone and the person to feel lonely even though you're there. If this person is feeling lonely that you're there, then what is the point of the relationship? If you want a roommate, find a roommate. But you cannot play with somebody's emotions that way. You cannot toy with this person that way. And I know that some people say, well, you know what? I have choices. I can either stay or I can leave, but I choose to stay, but I'm just going to be emotionally unavailable and emotionally distant, physically distant. But you're not doing yourself any good because the energy that it takes for you to do all of that is so wasted. It's so wasted. You're wasting all this energy staying away from this person. When you're with this person, you're trying to find diversion in your head. You're trying to do everything because you are physically and emotionally not there, when you could really be enjoying your life, enjoying the time that you spend with the person that you want to be with. One of the things that I want you to understand is that if you are in a relationship where you have to find distraction to be with this person, then you need to make a decision about what it is that you want. If it's a roommate, get a roommate. Tell this person, you know what? I thought it was going to be good. I thought we were going to work out together, but it's not working out. It's not working out. But for you to stay and allow this person to think that you love them, that you really want to be with them, that they're planning a future with you, is such a disservice. You would not want somebody to play with your heart like that. So why is it okay for you to do it to that person? It's not okay. Part of being in a relationship is understanding that you and this person are two people that are coming from different backgrounds, that are coming from different expectations, that are coming from different history, coming together to try to make one. And if you're coming together to try to make one and only one person is involved in the coming together and the other one is not involved, whether it's physically or emotionally, then the relationship will not work. The relationship is for naught. Oftentimes, we tend to stay in a relationship because we are so afraid of saying, you know what, this is not working for me. This is not what I want. I want more than this. I want to be able to do things with you. Also, sometimes we stay in a relationship out of loneliness. We don't want to be lonely. Loneliness is a hard feeling. And if somebody tells you, well, you know what, I am single, I'm not lonely, I'm this, I'm that. No. There comes a time when you need that human companionship, when you need that human interaction. And having that human interaction is nothing wrong with it. But if you're going to have this human interaction, you need to have it wholeheartedly, where you are physically there. You are engaging with this person. You are talking with this person. And when we say talking, we're not talking about where you are talking and not listening. Because also part of having that healthy relationship is to hear, is to engage in conversation, is to take part in different activities together, is to do a lot of the things that you've seen that your parents have done together or they continue to do together. You have to be there emotionally. And when we're talking about being there emotionally, where you don't have to find a reason to be in the same room with the person, you want to be in the same room with the person. You want to feel the physical touch of this person. You want to engage with this person. You want to do things with the person. All of that is part of having that healthy relationship. A healthy relationship requires that you are there emotionally, physically. Now, how do you get to having that healthy relationship? A lot of times I hear people say, you know what? I'm just going to date this one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And then I'm just going to pick one. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. You're dating this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, but you're not talking to anybody. So you're just going in circle and you expect that when you pick the one that you want, everything is going to be glorious. But while you were dating everybody and trying to figure out who you wanted to pick, you didn't really take the time to know this person. Get to know their likes, their dislikes. What are their plans for the future? Where do they see themselves in 5 years? Do they want children? What is their religious belief? How do they manage money? How do they respond to aggression? Are they upset? When they're upset, how do they deal with that? Are they the one that always want to talk, or are they the one that's silent? What is this person about? Until you get to know this person at that level, you can't have a healthy relationship with them. Because that person, you have an image of who the person is, but you don't really know who that person is. And it's a difference between the image and the reality of the person. And it's where you are in the middle that makes that difference. How do you and this person now comes together? I can hear some people say, well, you know what, Yolanda, I just want to have a relationship. That's perfectly fine. What kind of relationship do you want? Do you want a relationship that will lead to marriage? Are you prepared for marriage? Do you want a relationship that is a free-for-all where we just hang out? You are my traveling buddies. You are my sex friend. You are my go-to person when I need to do something. Hey, definition of the relationship is up to you. However, you have to be able to talk to the person that's the second part of the relationship. Because a relationship is two people, not singular, but plural. And oftentimes, when we engage with people that we have nothing in common with, we try to dummy ourselves so that we can meet this person where they are. Unfortunately, I know that's my favorite word, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you can only do that for so long. You can only do that for so long until it gets tiring. Until it gets so tired that you're starting to dislike this person. Why? Because you did not show up authentic, you did not show up vulnerable, and you didn't even have a conversation with the person. What you see is what you see. It's like it is what it is kind of thing. Yeah. So as you go into various relationships, remember, you have to be physically present and emotionally present, emotionally available to engage with this person, where you talk about your dreams, your wish, your desires. What is it that they want? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? How are we gonna? Do we want to have children? Are we gonna manage money? What is your 5-year plan? A lot of the times, some people are afraid to ask somebody, "What do you see yourself in 5 years?" If the person can't answer you, where do they see themselves in 5 years? Then say, where do you see yourself in 3 years? They should have a goal and a plan. It shouldn't be, well, I want to be, whatever, and this. That's not a plan. That's not a goal. Whatever is not a goal. Whatever is not a plan. Something solid, something tangible. So, the moral of our story for today is you have to be physically present and emotionally present, emotionally available to actually have a healthy relationship. Our next topic, which we are developing, is someone had posted a question, and the question was, should individual marriage license have an expiration date? So we are going to talk about that next time on Let's Talk Studio. Again, my name is Yolanda Cadet. I want to wish you a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. And remember to wear your mask when you go out, stay safe, practice social distancing, and be present emotionally and physically. Have a great night, everybody.